Kuki detainees allegedly held by Naga groups could not be released today amid heightened tension in Senapati district. Langdai Khangsunaha releases advocacy report on April 7 Tronglaubi attack, alleging that the attack was a planned operation involving military-grade weapons carried out by Kuki militants. IPS officer Mukesh Singh assumes charge as Manipur Director General of Police. New DGP calls for neutrality and dedication in discharge of duties to ensure effective policing and public trust. MLA Okram Surjakumar demands thorough probe by national level agency into the May 7 attacks on border villages of Zechoro, Wangli and Namli villages, Kamjong district, allegedly carried out by Myanmar-based KNAB cadres. Former Minister Dr. Kwarakpam Loken alleges irregularities in ongoing Special Intensive Revision SIR of Electoral Rolls 2026 in Sagolban Assembly Constituency. At least 6 vehicles damaged and several people injured in a hit-and-run incident at Imphal flyover this afternoon. And Health Director Dr. Hemanta Kumar raises concern over high prevalence of tobacco use among women in Manipur, stating that despite efforts to curb alcohol and drug abuse, tobacco consumption remains widespread. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm USHAM bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. 14 Kuki detainees allegedly held by Naga groups could not be released today amid heightened tension in Senapati district. Tension was reported in parts of Senapati following speculation over the possible release of the detainees. While no official confirmation was issued, reports had earlier suggested that United Naga Council (UNC) indicated a possible release this afternoon. Following the reports, mobilization was witnessed in Naga-inhabited areas including Karong, where women expressed opposition to the statement. Security forces, both state and central, were deployed in sensitive locations to maintain law and order. Meanwhile, opposing the reported move, groups staged a blockade at Kanglatongbi Bazaar, protesting against any release of the detainees. The Joint Tribes Council also called for an emergency shutdown in Zeliangrong-dominated areas, exempting essential services as tensions continued to escalate. In the latest development, it has been reported that after marathon discussions with stakeholders, the UNC has decided that the 14 Kuki detainees under Northern Naga Command will not be released today.
Hojik snapti da laiba mi bothadokani haibisi Kalatombi area da laiba yelhomi pamnamak Pobrens da laiba Naga tribe pamnamana yaningde karigumba si thadok pataredi akhoina khondang tangsunge dobsi national highway da total shutdown hojik blockade tawraga gari chathariye adobo pam gari pamnamak blockade tawrani akhoi su lambi thogaiba ngamdabe nate government na akhoi bu yeng sin bidade government se aini government se nami aina tawbigi yabigi aingonda su leye adana lambi sidi thingna.
Langdai Khangsunaha today released an advocacy report on the April 7 Tronglaubi attack, alleging that the attack was carried out by Kuki militants. The report was released at Manipur Press Club in the presence of representatives from Alliance for Peace and Progress, KG Moirang Kendra Apunba Loop and YPPM. The report claims that the attack was carried out by Kuki militants and raised concerns over repeated incidents in different parts of the state. It also states that preventive measures by authorities should be strengthened to ensure the safety of civilians. Speaking at the press meet, Resurgent Manipur chairman Soraisam Surendra, who was part of the expert team that prepared the report, said that the attack that took place at Tronglaubi Awanglekai appeared to be a well-planned operation involving military-grade weapons including IEDs, RPGs and mortars. The report further rejected claims that the attack was carried out by any group other than Kuki militants and called for appropriate action based on its findings.
Gelmongi anakpa kun adaya tariba kogi thonglawigi jumsing da moina bomb plan tomba taragadi haiba mafam dudi siapia post to ga yamna nakana leibani na mogi surveillance leiba mafam dina haiba da moina attack to da mogi tactically moida yamna kana ki da wai tare aduna haiba out of surveillance of the surveyor person post again aduna awang lekai da laki that say kuki na ko jo tar mogi tin nate tanagu makra su ko mai ai ke adu macing na makra su lagi madugi singaningai di maram sunglai leitre kanoda seasonal gi bo weapon sing do kuki sing gi mogi signature weapons na tani mo madu da pokhai gi seasonal gi ko no mam do pompi rpg ied makona adum time to time seasonal ga leiba dum bo chai nga tani hari ba sing se kuki sing gi signature weapons na tani aruga seasonal tactics kuki gi tactics na tani aduna kuki jo terrorist na tobuni haibasmadi cheningai hoide haribo mafam juda makoi natana atopa kana gumba vested interest na topa taraga chu haribo mafam juda gi escape route natraga planning haibududi madu tawada sungoi oithopa sundau tawa yaroi da adum mapa dumagi type of attack na kuna lojai.
Senior IPS officer Mukesh Singh today assumed charge as the Director General of Police, Manipur. Upon his arrival at the police headquarters in Manipur, Mukesh Singh was accorded a guard of honor by Manipur Police. Following the ceremonial reception, the new DGP held an introductory meeting with senior police officers. During the meeting, he highlighted key policing priorities, stressing professionalism, adherence to the Constitution and the rule of law, coordination with sister agencies and impartiality in public service. Senior officers of Manipur Police attended the program. The new DGP called for neutrality and dedication in the discharge of duties to ensure effective policing and public trust. Security forces recovered arms, ammunition and other warlike stores during search operations in Detainee and Laimatang areas under Churachandpur police station on Sunday. According to police report, recovered items included one AK-47 rifle with a magazine, two single-barrel rifles, a country-made 50mm mortar, two mortar shells and two high-explosive mortar bombs. Security forces also seized 10 live rounds of 7.62 mm AK-47 ammunition, 3 bulletproof jacket harnesses, 3 helmets and 3 pairs of jungle boots. Security forces also recovered a cache of arms, ammunition and other military-related items from Yaulen Chepu Kuki village area under Litan police station in Electoral district on May 30. According to police report, recovered items included 4 single-barrel breech loading guns, 2 single-barrel muzzle loading guns, 24 live 12-bore rounds, empty cases of a 12-bore .303 rifle, SLR and AK ammunition along with 3 Bofeng wireless sets. Security personnel also seized an ammunition carrier belt, tactical belt, magazine pouch, binoculars, a waist bag and 2 pieces of lead from the area. MLA Okram Surjakumar demands a thorough investigation by a national-level agency into the May 7 attacks on border villages of Zedchoro, Wangli and Namli villages in Kamjong district allegedly carried out by Myanmar-based KNB cadres. He was speaking on the sidelines of an inspection visit to these villages by a team of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC yesterday. The team, which included MPCC Working President Victor Keishing, former Minister K.H. Rattan, former MLA MD Amin Shah and other party members, distributed relief materials and interacted with the affected residents. Speaking to media, Surjakumar also suggested recruiting local youth from border villages as Village Defence Force VDF personnel or Special Police Officers SPOs to strengthen border security. Expressing concern over the poor condition of roads in the area, he further stated that villages continue to report sporadic firing incidents since the attacks. Questioning the government's response, he urged authorities to investigate the incidents and take appropriate action, describing the attacks as a serious threat to national security.
Praja mayam na hari di kene bi ki khut chaw na yaw re hare samrai khal ga pundra ga samrai khal la thingko pui go moi da evidence proof lai hare sida government na thijan bi leadership kari gi hare. This is about Manipur. Manipur gi ni India gi country chaw ba India gi country sida chaw ba sinna ma koi in ma adu di koi national gi chaw ba investigating mayam am lai kudak ta chendal la hek hai ba gi na hek hai ba CBI lai ba mayam je kudak ta sida la aga investigation to wi da ba kari gi no
state forces deployment pami moina adu piba ngamui da bo organa moina haijeri se khoi gi leiba khun sing se masigi se koi VDF oina makoi loksin bio VDF oina makoi training pira kanda makoi gi thun sing ja makoi ngaksa gi hai bu.
While MPCC working president Victor Keishing expressed concern over the plight of the border villages, stating that the residents are living within India's territorial boundary and are effectively safeguarding the nation's frontier. He lamented the government's alleged failure to respond adequately to the attacks and urged authorities to address the lack of basic infrastructure and developmental facilities in these affected villages. Victor further called for immediate and concrete action from the government, noting that the State Home Minister had already visited the violence-hit areas. He also demanded the deployment of adequate security forces in the border villages to ensure the safety and security of residents.
These people living right at the border, are protecting the integrity of the country, the boundary of the country. Why should the government not help the people around here? Look at the infrastructure that we have.
Sida refugee oina kuina leminarama ka changkhiba mi aduga moi sokriba mi dusu adu singni habadu phawba oigi mi na su akhoi phone da su phangi aduga masida moina lauramba kholamba akhoi loina ene bi ni habsi chap chana adum khangabani
Politi akhoi security bio atai budi ko cheng cha pudi dum phangani akhoi thar du phangani du security leitraga bi khoi jing japan ji ngabal.
COCOMI co-convener Yumkhaibam Surjit Kumar Kuman criticizes central government for its handling of the ongoing situation in Manipur. Speaking at a public meeting at Huidrom Community Hall today, he alleged that the centre has not shown seriousness in resolving the crisis even as violence continues in the state. He claimed that armed groups have divided zones in the hills and restricted free movement of people while the government remains silent on the issue. Surjit Kumar further alleged inconsistency in the centre's response to violence in different parts of the country and raised concerns over the prolonged nature of the conflict in Manipur. He also criticized both the state and central leadership, alleging lack of decisive action and over-dependence on central approval for governance decisions. He called for urgent intervention to restore normalcy and ensure the safety and rights of all the communities in the state. Former Minister Dr. Kwarakpam Loken alleges irregularities in the ongoing Special Intensive Revision (SIR) of electoral rolls in Sagolban Assembly constituency. Addressing a press conference at Congress Bhavan today, Dr. Loken claimed that booth-level officers, BLOs, have not been properly distributing enumeration forms to voters in parts of the constituency. He alleged that in some polling stations, especially polling station 11/11 and 11/12, booth-level agents had to intervene to ensure forms were distributed and questioned the role of certain individuals involved in the exercise. He claimed that enumeration forms meant to be distributed by booth-level officers were being handled by unauthorized individuals in some polling stations. He further claimed that a mobile number belonging to an individual from the CID department not registered as BLO was found on some forms. Dr. Loken said the SIR exercise being conducted from May 30 to June 28 across several states and union territories is intended to prepare an accurate electoral roll. However, he expressed concern that lapses in implementation could affect eligible voters. He urged the Election Commission and concerned authorities to ensure that the revision process is conducted fairly, transparently, and in accordance with established guidelines. The Congress leader stated that the party will continue to monitor the revision process and raise any issues affecting voters' rights.
Yarogi knowledge yauna tauribra yarogi knowledge yaudana tauribra kanano tauriba karamana phone do pitho ongeba huji hariba police station ani je masidi SIR se masi yawning banina ekoi voting right ekoi gi nagarik ekoi gi adhikar du phangning banina club mera babi mayam tawdana ekoi hodarieba polling station sing do ado where is unauthorized ba mi du da belo du de pidana pairami ba mi sing unauthorized ba mi sing du gi club na pukalo hujing ma form nung kari kara document sing do loi pukalo hara kanda belo sing du da sinaraga satharieba aduna sigi posi Gidai de kana laudun kamaina koi Congress party na demand tawe madudi mase sumthokadabani loinena form lana piramba lana torma singdo immediate action logadabane masai da koi Congress party na timine leiro.
Now with that, it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on the hit and run incident at the Imphal flyover this afternoon. Keep watching Impact News.
UNACO College and UNACO College of Paramedical Science Kongman. Admission open 2026 to 27. Free registration. Hurry! Limited seats available. Special discounts offer BA and BSc courses. 50% concession on admission fee for students securing below 75%. Free admission for students securing 75% and above. D Farm courses.
50% concession on admission fee for students securing 65% and above.
Offer valid from 1st June to 20th June 2026. For more details, +918-13197-3720, email at unacocollege@gmail.com or ucparamedical@yahoo.com.
Slopeland College, Manipur. Admissions open for session 2026-27. Join our Bachelor of Education program or Diploma in Elementary Education. Limited seats, enroll now. Your future starts here.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. At least 6 vehicles were damaged and several people injured in a hit-and-run incident at the Imphal flyover this afternoon, according to reports. An Alto K10 bearing registration number MN01AX3796 was speeding from Kangla Gate towards Oripok when it hit multiple vehicles at different points on the flyover around 3 p.m. The vehicle reportedly struck 4 vehicles, including two-wheelers, in a series of collisions, causing injuries to several commuters and disrupting traffic movement in the busy area. City Police has registered a case in connection with the incident. The damaged vehicles were later removed from the spot using a crane to restore traffic flow. Injured persons have been rushed to hospital for medical treatment. Police has launched an investigation into the incident. Health Services Director Dr. N. Hemantakumar raises concern over the high prevalence of tobacco use among women in Manipur, stating that despite efforts to curb alcohol and drug abuse, tobacco consumption remains widespread. He made a statement at the World's No Tobacco Day observance held at IMA Hall, Imphal today under the theme Unmasking the Appeal, Countering Nicotine and Tobacco Addiction. Directorate of Health Services, State Health Society, National Health Mission Manipur, and Indian Medical Association IMA Manipur State Branch jointly organized the event. Dr. Hemantakumar highlighted the health risk of tobacco use, linking it to chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, COPD, hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and high cholesterol. He stressed that addiction is not merely a habit but a brain disorder and urged the public to stay away from tobacco and other harmful substances. NHM Manipur State Mission Director Dr. M. Dinesh, Family Welfare Services Director Dr. N. Bino, IMA Manipur State Branch President Dr. Simpson Sario, and IMA Secretary Dr. A.K. Ibohal attended the event, among others.
Addiction is not the habit. You drug, addiction is disease of the brain. And the disease of the brain is the reward system. Pleasuring my sensations. Brain reward system and sports my papa, I in a panzer, Merla Pankanda, I'm no I get the Badum circuit system of Malay, Mado, tobacco production, hijacked of the high bar, hijacked of the possess. This is the equality conscience, I don't do always lady. She patinas, the same with the addiction and a when high missing there. Why can't never patti? I don't ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯟꯅꯅꯤ ꯈꯛ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯦꯟꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯔꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯀꯣꯔꯇꯦꯛꯁꯁꯤꯅ ꯅꯪ ꯇꯧꯗꯣ ꯐꯠꯇꯦꯅꯦ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯥ ꯁꯥꯏꯟꯁ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯄꯤꯖꯩꯌꯦꯕ.
Manipuri Students Federation MSF Comet School and Forest Department organized tree plantation drive under environment friendly campaign Shanghalasi Manipur today at Haibokching. Speaking at the flagging off event of the tree plantation drive, MSF President Hijam Roshan expressed concern over deforestation and alleged cultivation of narcotic crops in forest areas of Manipur. He said large-scale tree felling and illegal cultivation in reserved forest areas have raised serious concerns over the implementation of the Indian Forest Act 1927. He called for collective efforts to protect forest and the environment. Students of Comet School participated in the drive by planting saplings at various locations in Haibokching. Speaking on the occasion, Southern West Range Forest Officer Kiranjit Yumnam informed that Haibokching was notified as a reserved forest on May 7, 2025 under Section 4 of the Indian Forest Act 1927. Comet School Principal Thaudam Devachandra took part in the event.
Manipur ki umang sing asi loima kok thok laga akhoi gi drug sungna ba polam sing haibadi poppy sing tonga tonga ba kya ma thajalak laga umang sing manghal lakanda thamapa asi akhoi Indian Forest Act 1927 asi maming khakira natraga moi senjak paibagi u yanthat pa yana ba sing kothok pa yana bagi semba ek la haibasi MSF na Manipur lenga amadi India lenga ta hangninge 2019 dagina 2023 bokta akhoi gi umang gi lam acre asi 296 mangi haidana khoi Indian State of Forest report na mayek sing exam dudi thaba matamda mark yam phangba u tharaga koi kunai da kanai di phangba adubu u thaba dudi kamaina thagada ge habududi akhoi da nainade madugi potu nainana ba practical oin sangjan bayana gi damakta mairoi singda koi focus pira kanda pangthok sabani.
Sea Waves Manipur today released 3 literary works including an anthology of Manipuri poems in English, a poetry collection and a short story collection. The books released were Falcon Sea Waves Anthology of Manipuri Poems in English 2026, Professor Damoda Laishram's poetry collection, The Grey Leaves, and Sheikh Asif Shah's short story collection, Palmist and Other Stories. Among those present at the program held at Manipur Press Club were Kangabok MLA Okram Surjakumar, retired IS officer K. Radhakumar, former Sea Waves Manipur President Joy Kumar Luang, current President P.H. Braja Mohini and Secretary Dr. M.D. Rahejuddin Sheikh, along with several eminent personalities from different fields. Members of Joint Youth Development Committee, Maite Pangal and Bengun Youth Development Association allege misappropriation of funds meant for construction of the Bailey Bridge over the Imphal River connecting Mayang Imphal and Wabagai constituencies. They warn of intense agitation if the contractor and subcontractors concerned fail to approach within 5 days and complete construction of the bridge at the earliest. JYDC Mayang Imphal President Chesan Machoba raised concerns over the quality of certain parts of the bridge structure.
Bailey Bridge asi anoba yot puraga sadri phobagi oina nuit mangani gi manungda tikada sing la piraga aikoi leiriba loop sing siga tana raga lekai ga laban myam siga tana raga se sibe koina wai gani aduga mafam saba jaga ma masin thiraga thambinaraga makoi gi akop anoba quality leiba afaba hayen wona risk leiroi daba adugum bot puraga saraga loisan bira matunda makoi gi yot aman base allaga pukibe yani nuit mangani gi manungda tikada singna amadi mai level department singna makoi gi mitharaga aikoi da paw phon biraga aikoi ga punna asigi si Kaigumba Mangani is the one of the highly using us. I quite full Gilaiba Halaman Mayam Sing Amadi, Laiba Joint Youth Development Committee, Mangi Palm, YDC, Pabula Singa Amadi, Bengun Mamang, the Black and Sengi Pabula Singana. I quite go to see Sister Raganeva.
Chairman of late Nurhim Memorial Foundation, Yunus Khan, announces that reconstruction of the bridge connecting Kwakta, Kuman Awang Lekai and Moirang Kokribon will begin soon. Yunus Khan, along with his team, conducted an inspection of the bridge site under Kwakta Gram Panchayat. He said that the bridge has remained in a deplorable condition for years, despite repeated appeals to successive MLAs for its reconstruction. The foundation chairman assured that all necessary arrangements are being made to begin construction of a new bridge at the earliest. Now the sports news. RCA Lilong will face KSDO Kiamgai in the final of the ongoing 5th MNC Under-14 Boys One-Day Cricket Trophy. In the first semi-final match played today at Luangpokpa Cricket Stadium, Shadow Thangmaiban, who batted first, managed to score 51 runs in 13 overs and 4 balls with all wickets down. In the second innings, RCA Lilong scored 51 runs in 8 overs and 3 balls with 3 wickets down, winning the match by 7 wickets and securing a spot at the final. In the second semi-final match, KSDO Kiamgai scored 211 runs in 30 overs with only 4 wickets down. In the second innings, PTRC Patsoi Part 4 managed to score only 124 runs in 30 overs with 9 wickets down, losing the match by 87 runs. Final match will be played at Luangpokpa Cricket Stadium on June 6. In the ongoing 4th MNCA Men's Under-19 One-Day Cricket Trophy, Rule Maitram, CC Sagolban Salam Lekai and PTRC Patsoi Part 4 emerged as winners in their respective matches today. In the 41st League match played at Model Higher Secondary School and Oriental College Ground, Rule Maitram defeated YUCC Kwaketil Morangpurel by 7 wickets. Rule Maitram's bowler Ganjit Thangjam won man of the match. In the 42nd League match played at Kuraiban Ground, Tauthong CDCC Sagolban Salam Laikai defeated SCCC Singjame Thongam Laikai by 45 runs through DLS method after the match was interrupted by weather. CDCC Sagolban Salam Laikai's all-rounder KH Davis was named man of the match. And in the 43rd League match played at Kangabok Public Ground, Taubal, PTRC Patsoi Part 4 defeated Al Amin Lilong by 110 runs through DLS method, as this was in inclement weather as well. PTRC Patsoi Part 4's batter Ngambarel Nausekpam became man of the match. Next league matches will be played tomorrow. Bodybuilder Okram Nikhil, who won multiple medals at the bodybuilding and physique championship held in Assam, was felicitated today. Friends Union Club Khongnang Faidikpi organized the program at the club premises. Nikhil was honored for his outstanding performance at the championship organized by NPC Worldwide India in Assam, where he secured multiple medals and brought laurels to the state. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 14 Kuki detainees allegedly held by Naga groups could not be released today amid heightened tension in Senapati district. Langdai Khangsunaha releases advocacy report on April 7, Tronglaubi attack, alleging that the attack was a well-planned operation involving military-grade weapons carried out by Kuki militants. Senior IPS officer Mukesh Singh assumes charge as Manipur Director General of Police. New DGP calls for neutrality and dedication in discharge of duties to ensure effective policing and public trust. MLA Okram Surjakumar demands thorough probe by national-level agency into the May 7 attacks on border villages of Zedchoro, Wangli and Namli villages in Kamjong district, allegedly carried out by Myanmar-based KNAB cadres. Former Minister Dr. Kwarakpam Loken alleges irregularities in ongoing Special Intensive Revision SIR of Electoral Rolls 2026 in Sagolban Assembly Constituency. At least 6 vehicles damaged and several people injured in a hit-and-run incident at Imphal flyover this afternoon. And Health Director Dr. Hemanta Kumar raises concern over a high prevalence of tobacco use among women in Manipur, stating that despite efforts to curb alcohol and drug abuse, tobacco consumption remains widespread. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. Have a great evening and stay safe.